Hey Todd, are you there? I just wanted to say that I can't believe that tomorrow is our actual wedding day. I mean, this really is just incredible. I didn't think this day would ever come. Do you know around what time you're going to be arriving at the venue?
Hey there, Julie. It's nice to hear from you. Yeah, I was thinking of getting there a little early so that I could supervise with the setup and help out with it if the need arises. You know how much there is with these weddings, right? I mean, you spend so much time trying to set things up months and months prior, and then it turns out that so much of what actually needs to be done can only be done on the day of, right?
Yeah, that is probably a good idea. I know that there is so much that can only happen on the day of, but I really appreciate you working so hard to make sure that this is the best wedding ever. And please, let me know if I can help. And can I just say that I am so happy to have a man like you in my life? I really appreciate how proactive you've been about all this. I can't believe you and I are actually going to be getting married so soon.
Yeah, it really is going to be something, I can tell you that. In fact, I'm just looking forward to tomorrow so much, it's going to be really special. Anyways, I still have some things that I need to take care of here, so I'll probably get back to work just so things are all set up and ready to go for tomorrow. And besides, it's bad luck for us to interact with each other too much before the big day.
Hey Todd, are you here at the wedding venue? I'm a little bit confused. I've been looking around for you for a while, but haven't seen you. Did you run into some kind of trouble on the road or something? Did you end up getting stuck somewhere or something?
Oh, wait, didn't I tell you? I'm actually at the wedding venue that I booked in Hawaii right now. In fact, I've been down here enjoying the sunny beaches for a few days now, really. Now, how's that for a wedding day surprise? I bet that never once in a million years did you ever think that you'd be getting a message like this, right? You must be so distraught. I wish I could see your face right now.
Wait a second, what? What do you mean you're in Hawaii right now? And why are you talking about a venue there? I didn't know anything about this at all.
Oh, oops! Don't tell me I forgot to tell you about my slight change of plans. Well, I guess the present is as good as any time. The fact of the matter is that I think we're just gonna have to cancel our wedding.
Excuse me? What are you talking about? Why should we have to go and do something like that? This doesn't make any sense at all. Please, Todd, I understand that a wedding can also be really stressful and scary, but I don't think jokes like this are the way to go about it. Whatever you're feeling right now, can you please just talk honestly to me about what's going on? I am sure that you and I can work through this, whatever it is.
Oh man, this really just goes to show you how little you actually know about what's going on. You think I need your patronizing tone that just oozes through the text? Well, the fact of the matter is that I'm not in Hawaii alone right now. In fact, I'm with the real love of my life, and her and I are gonna be getting married here. Not only that, but both of my parents know about this and are here in Hawaii as well. Not to mention all the guests on my side as well. Actually, I was surprised how many people showed up. The venue's already super crowded.
But wait, none of this makes any sense at all. I mean, are you really telling me that you're in Hawaii with some other woman right now? Please, Todd, there has to be some kind of mistake. I mean, you wouldn't actually do this to me, right? Please tell me that I'm just not understanding something correctly.
That is the gist of what I wrote out to you, is it not? I mean, do you really need me to type out the same thing twice just so that you can understand it? Yes, let me make this perfectly clear for you. I am in Hawaii right now with the true love of my life so that we can get married here. And that is the reason why you and I are not gonna be getting married. Do you understand? Besides, she is just so much better than you in every single way, especially where it really counts, her money. Heck, I might not even really have to work after I'm through with everything here.
Hold on just 1 second. Does that mean that you've been cheating on me this whole time? Is that really what you're telling me? But then, I don't understand. Why didn't you just tell me all of this from the very start? Why wait until the day of our wedding to tell me the truth? I mean, I just really can't understand how you could do this to me. How could you plan to get married to another woman on the same day that you and I were supposed to be getting married? Explain yourself!
Oh, come on. Do you really think I was going to be getting married to a woman who barely has time for anything besides work? And you're always bragging about what you do, too.
Are you kidding me? You think that I brag about what I do for a living? And besides, the only time that I really get busy with work is during our busiest season. And you do the same thing when your company gets busy, too. It's all you talk about, and you're hardly ever home.
Oh, great, here we go again. You always have to do this. You always have to try and drag me down to your level and try to spin things against me. Let's face the facts. I'm a man, and that means I really shouldn't be with a woman who puts her job so far ahead of her marriage. So it's clear that the only way I was ever going to be happy was to leave you for another woman, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I am going to marry this woman who is the woman of my dreams, and we are going to raise a family together, and she's gonna do all of the housework. In fact, maybe you could learn a thing or two from her.
I don't believe this. I mean, I guess I just had no idea that you had such a negative opinion of me. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I put so much trust into you, and I thought that you were the one, and now you're treating me like this, and I have no idea how to even react at this point. You know, I was ready to spend the rest of my life with you. You were going to be the only person that I ever had eyes for, and now I just don't know what to think.
That's rich. Did you really think that you and I would ever really stand a chance of staying together for that long? You must really be crazy if you thought that was ever going to work out. You must just think that everyone in the world is supposed to bend over and do whatever it is that you tell them to do, huh?
I don't know what else to say right now, but you have completely destroyed any trust and affection that I ever had for you. I just want you to know that I will remember this, and you are going to pay for what you've done.
Oh man, you are just so bitter, it is hilarious. But I know that these are nothing but the pathetic little barkings of a beaten down dog. So I'll just say that I am overjoyed that I'm finally able to leave you. I never, ever, ever want to see your hideous face ever again. Hello, Julie. How are you feeling today? I hope that you're feeling at least a bit better now, but I suppose I should know better than to say something like that. I just want you to know that we are all very sad to hear about what happened and about the changes to the wedding plan. If there's anything that I can do at all to be of any service to you, please let me know.
John, I'm so sorry. You helped me prepare so much for my big, big day, and I was really looking forward to it. But the wedding's off. I tried talking to Todd and figuring out what was going on in his head, but, well, it sounds to me now like he was telling the truth about all the horrible things he was saying to me. I never ever thought that something like this would ever happen to me. I mean, what kind of person would do something like this, right?
Oh, dear. Well, I am so sorry to hear that, Julie. It's not something you should be concerned with. You must be mentally and physically exhausted. I, as well as the managers of the venue, have taken care of notifying guests and all the arrangements. Please rest well for now. It sounds like you've been through a lot.
Thank you, John. Honestly, you saved me. I cried so much, I couldn't show my face to anyone. I just can't believe that this has happened on today of all days. I mean, really, of all the cruel and heartless things that one person can do to another person, I just don't get how this could happen. Of all the terrible things.
In that case, I'll prepare a warm towel and some soothing herbal tea for you. And please let us know if there's anything else that the staff here can help you with. We are all at your service, and we feel so awful that this happened to you at our venue.
You really are so thoughtful, John. Maybe I was wrong to trust someone's kindness so quickly like this. Oh, I hope you don't mind the blubberings of a jilted woman.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I'm afraid that I don't quite understand what you're getting at when you say that.
I loved him and thought he was a kind person, but it was all an act to ruin today's wedding. I was such an idiot to be deceived. Why did I ever trust him? Yesterday, I thought today would be the happiest day of my life. And instead, the first conversation I have with my would-be husband on the day before our wedding is him telling me that the wedding is off and that he's leaving me. And on top of all of that, not only is the wedding off and not only is he leaving me, but he is also leaving me to marry another woman in Hawaii. I just don't understand how someone could ever think that's okay.
Miss, may I be frank with you about what I'm thinking right now? And I do hope that you'll forgive the boldness of a mere concierge commenting on your love life.
Of course, John. You've already been there for me in so many ways that I really needed. I'll listen to anything you have to say to me. After all, you've been okay with receiving text after text about my complaining about everything that's happened. The least that I can do is listen to what your thoughts are on the matter.
To hurt you this deeply, and for him to be happily getting married in Hawaii right now? I am just absolutely seething with rage. If I could, I'd tear him limb from limb and feed him to the sharks. I'm sorry to be so blunt, but that is just how I feel right now.
Oh, John, I know that you're saying that to be sweet, but let's be careful with the language. I would hate to get you in trouble for anything.
My apologies. However, you're someone who has built her own wealth without relying on your family and works so hard. For him to call such a woman a nasty woman who flaunts her money is utterly infuriating to me. I mean, is his ego really that fragile that he can't stand to be around a successful woman?
Thank you, John. I can't let that guy just live happily ever after either, but I didn't even realize he was cheating. What am I supposed to do in a situation like this? I just feel like a complete and utter fool.
Again, I beg that you please excuse my wording, but, well, if you want to get back at Todd, then I think it's high time that you take matters into your own hands.
John, what exactly are you suggesting that I do? I mean, are you really telling me that there even is something that I can do in this situation? I really just don't know if there is anything that could be done about this right now. Really, just think about what it would even be like to try and do something about what Todd had done to me. Not only did he already tell me that the wedding is off, but he's going to be getting married to someone else and in a completely different state that is half an ocean away. So, if you are really trying to tell me that there is something that could be done with this much distance and with so little time, then I would greatly like to hear it, because I just have no idea of anything that I or you or we or anyone could do to try and remedy the situation as it stands now. Just think, someone would have to get in a boat or on a plane or maybe some other kind of mode of transportation that would allow them to cross the ocean all the way to Hawaii if we were even going to find Todd in the first place. And on top of that, even though it might look small on a map, Hawaii is a really big place to get around once you consider all the island hopping and tiny little spaces it has. He didn't even tell me where in Hawaii he was right now, so he could literally be anywhere and we would have no idea. And then maybe, even if we went there, by the time he even did find where he was getting married, he and his new wife might have already gone back home. But I think more important than any of the reasons that I've given above, it would just be so difficult to do anything to try and fix what Todd has done, since we just don't really have proof that any of what he said is true. So, if you really are suggesting that there is something that could be done, then I am all ears, but I really don't think anything is going to work at this point.
Certainly, we may not have concrete evidence right now, and it's uncertain if we can deliver a proper punishment. However, if you don't act, you can't do anything. That much is certain, isn't it? If you don't mind me saying all of this, that is.
That's true, isn't it? You're right. If I just keep moping around like this, he'll only get to enjoy his happiness more. I can't let that happen. Why should I let this little snake get away with what he did to me? You know, John, I think that you might actually be onto something. Here I was thinking that there was nothing to be done about the awful thing that Todd did to me, but that's the entirely wrong attitude to have about this. It is just like you said. If I don't try and do anything about it, then absolutely nothing is going to get done. I know I said that there was probably no way that I could possibly get back at John, but I think that now you have convinced me to get back at him after all. An awful man like that needs to learn that he is not allowed to treat other people, especially someone who he has been romantically involved with for so long, like that. He needs to learn a lesson about taking responsibility for his actions. And I think that there has got to be a way to show him that.
I think that is a fine spirit to show in these times. Please let me know if there is any way that I could continue to serve you humbly in this position. Oh man, the wedding was a huge success! The photos turned out great, right? I even shared a few with you since you helped out. How was your wedding venue? You should send me some pictures too if you bothered to take any. Oh wait, I guess that you probably didn't even bother taking any photos since nobody showed up to your wedding at all. Isn't that right?
What is the matter with you, Todd? I thought that you and I were through. Why in the world did you think it was okay to send me these photos? What's the matter with you?
I wanted to see how you would react to seeing your would-be husband getting married to another woman. I just wanted to watch you suffer. We're never gonna meet again anyway. How does it feel to be outmaneuvered by someone you've always looked down on?
Todd, I just want to say that I never intended to do any such thing. At least, I always considered you my equal, and because we were equals, I thought we had a good relationship based on mutual respect. But I guess I was wrong, huh?
Equals? Ha! No way! We're totally different when it comes to money and how we spend it. You always want to take a taxi when you're tired, and you want a dishwasher after we get married just 'cause you want to make things easier on yourself. If you want such a luxurious life, you should stay single.
I told you I wanted those time-saving appliances because I wanted to prioritize spending time with you over housework, and I only wanted to call a taxi because I twisted my ankle and it hurt. Are you seriously saying even that was me flaunting my money?
It was an obvious attempt to show off, like I can buy appliances without my husband's money. Honestly, that kind of stuff was so annoying and stressful, but now I'm free from all that stress and I feel refreshed. It stings a little to have less income, but I can support one cute wife with my earnings. I'm done with a woman who'd stress me out for life.
You just keep on running your mouth, don't you? Well, you won't be able to keep talking like that for long. Oh, you think you're finally free, huh? Well, I'm quite persistent. All the sadness and pain I suffered on my wedding day, I'm going to return every single bit of it to you. There's no way I'm letting you be happy.
Oh no, I'm so scared. Whatever am I gonna do with a woman who nobody wants to marry upset with me? Hey! What is the matter with you? Don't send weird stuff to my parents' house. Because I don't know your current address, anything addressed to you has to go to your parents' house. Anyway, did you read the documents? Why in the world are you even trying to get in contact with me, huh? Don't you realize that you and I are through? I guess I didn't make it clear enough the last time, but the wedding is done and over and our wedding never even happened. So quit trying to remind me of it as if that's ever gonna make me want to get back together with you, because it is not. Do you understand me? I want you to leave me alone forever. I had my fun with you, but now it's high time that you just leave me alone and go live out the rest of your sad, lonely life.
I did read the documents, but if you really thought that I wasn't going to reach out to your parents or try and get in contact with you through them, then you are dead wrong. I mean, really, did you think I was going to let you treat me the way that you did and get away with it? What the hell is this? Why do I have to pay the entire wedding cost? I wasn't even at the wedding, and you went through with it alone, so you should be the one paying. Do you really think that you can just run out and leave me at the altar on the day before our wedding and think that you can just wipe your hands and be done with it? The wedding cancellation was all your fault, and I am not going to sit here and take this. It seems you haven't read the entire document. Listen, first of all, same-day cancellations for weddings incur the full cancellation fee, and the wedding was canceled because you stood me up, right? At the very least. You were already planning a wedding with your real fiancé, which means you decided not to go through with our wedding. So, isn't it your fault for not canceling in advance? Since your last-minute cancellation caused the cancellation fee, it's only natural you pay for it.
That doesn't make any sense. I'm not paying a dime. Nothing you can do is ever going to make me pay. Do you really think that I'm gonna just sit here and let you try and trick me into paying for a wedding that I never wanted and wasn't even on the venue grounds to participate in? Why in the world would I ever do something like that? If you think that's realistic, then that is on you.
I've hired a lawyer, so if you have any complaints, please get your own lawyer and let's settle this in court.
A lawyer? There's no way you found one that fast. Do you have connections with lawyers? That's cheating.
I don't have the connections that you think I do, but I do have someone powerful on my side. They told me the most efficient way to proceed, to crush you both as quickly as possible, giving you no chance to retaliate.
You! How dare you contact my company? Because of you, I got yelled at terribly at work, and I'm suspended. Why would the higher-ups at my company listen to your complaints?
Well, they actually witnessed your last-minute cancellation firsthand. Oh, you didn't check my guest list, did you? Among the guests I invited this time was your company's president.
Wait a second. You actually invited the president of the company that I work for to our wedding? Why would you do that?
Because my parents' company is a client of your employer, my parents have been doing business with them. And more than that, they're major clients who have a good relationship. So my parents invited the president. So, even if I hadn't complained, they would have found out about this whole situation anyway.
What the hell? If you were inviting the president, you should have told me!
I did tell you! You just ignored it because you were planning to ditch the wedding, weren't you? Because of you, there are rumors at work. They're saying I canceled a wedding and then married another woman after cheating. People are talking behind my back and gossiping wherever I go. But now, everyone is starting to learn the truth about the real kind of person that you are.
Well, you need to do something to fix this right now! Don't you realize that I can't make money if I can't go to work? Fix this right now!
You wish! You'll be lucky if this only ends as a suspension.
Damn it, damn it, damn it! Why am I being transferred to the countryside? You did something, didn't you?
You're the one who did something. Your last-minute wedding cancellation was so malicious that my parents intervened. They thought that if they continued doing business with a company that employed such a person, their own employees might also suffer some kind of harm, so they considered canceling the contract. My parents are the kind of people who protect their employees over company profits. Canceling a business deal over a wedding cancellation? That's ridiculous! And it was just a last-minute cancellation. Besides, from my parents' perspective, they couldn't trust a man who ruined their only daughter's special day, could they? But that wasn't the only reason for your transfer, was it? You were doing only gambling during sales calls and openly slacking off in your car, weren't you?
Wait, what? How did you know that? I thought I hid that I was doing that so well!
I also sent a detailed report with photos to your company, so perhaps your transfer was decided based on that, along with the wedding incident. And your new assignment is to a super rural area where buses only run a few times a day, right? Your salary has been drastically cut, too. You won't be able to support your wife like this.
But, wait a second! How did you figure all of this out? This can't be right! This can't be happening to me! How am I supposed to support my wife now? Don't you know she wasn't nearly as rich as I thought she was?
That sounds to me like a you problem. So please don't involve me anymore in your mistakes. I want nothing more to do with you ever again. Do you understand me? John, it worked out somehow. Honestly, his fiancé's family seemed very strict, and when I went to talk to them, they didn't really listen at first, so I'm surprised things moved forward like this. I just really can't believe that everything is coming together like this. I would have never guessed things would turn out this way.
Well, I am just so sure that you were able to convince them after you told about the horrible way that Todd treated you.
Do you really think that could be it? Somehow, I'm just really not sure if that was enough.
Yes, indeed. That's why they looked at the evidence I provided. Actually, after you spoke with them, I also went to them with some evidence and spoke directly. At first, I didn't feel much progress either, but when I showed them a certain video, their hearts changed.
Hold on a second. A video? What video might this be? I guess it must have something to do with the day of the wedding that never was.
Yes, a guest had just so happened to have recorded video of you apologizing alone at the wedding venue in front of the guests. They captured it as evidence to use later, seeing how awful the situation was. Some of the guests had even gone through divorces, so they must have known that the video would come in handy for you. And just to be sure of things, I moved around to all the guests, collected their videos, and compiled them into one cohesive video to show them.
John, I don't understand. You did all of this for me? I really just don't know what to say at all right now.
This much is only natural. Seeing your tears, they must have understood what their daughter had done. I'm relieved that they took action like this, so I really don't think that I should be taking all of the credit right now. After all, I just helped provide them with all the information that they might need to make an informed decision.
I really just can't thank you enough for all that you've done for me in helping me out with this, John. I mean, really, well, if it weren't for you, I would probably still be a helpless, blubbering, depressed mess.
No, I did nothing. What moved the other party this time was unmistakably your feelings, miss. I merely conveyed them. If it weren't for your actions, I might have been turned away at the door.
Well, I've never seen someone who works for a hotel go so far above and beyond what could have ever been expected of them. By the time everything all finished panning out and was said and finally done, Todd ended up with a criminal record. Not only that, but he also ended up losing his job for having such a poor character that would have never been allowed to fly at his company if they knew that that's how he really was. As for the family of his fiancée, they ended up having a needlessly large house that was meant to house at least 2 families, but because it was so big and because Todd lost his job, they all had no way of paying for it at all. In the end, they were forced to sell the house and move to their old house. However, their old house was also quite run down, and because of money troubles, they also had to sell and move out of that house in the end as well. As all of this was going on, Todd was desperately trying to find a new place to work, but word had gotten around corporate circles about what a horrible man he really was, and no company was willing to take the risk to their reputation that it would have cost to hire someone like that. The last thing I heard about Todd was that he was working as a clerk in a grocery store and earning even less than the pensions of his wife's family. Apparently, after a few months of trying to live like that, his wife's parents finally insisted that she leave Todd and move into a small apartment with them so that the 3 of them could try and restart their lives and recover from the damage that Todd caused them all. As for me, I am just so grateful that I had met someone like John at the hotel where we were meant to have our wedding. If it weren't for his stoic attitude and encouragement to stand up for myself, then I might have never had the guts to try and go after John. I really do not know how someone like me could ever repay the kindness of someone who worked so hard to do so much for me, especially when it really wasn't needed of him at all. I tried speaking to him about it once. I visited the hotel a while after I had heard about what had happened to Todd. I actually hadn't really been in contact with John too much since he helped me out way back then. But I thought that I at least owed him some closure about everything that had happened since then. I told him that I just felt horrible because after finally being able to make sure that Todd got what he deserved, I just felt like I had no way at all to ever be able to repay back someone like John for all the help and encouragement that he offered me in that trying time. I asked John if there was anything at all that I could possibly do to show my gratitude for all of this kindness and all the services that he performed for me, and he only told me that he hoped that I would have a happy life, and that he wished me all of the best luck in the future when it came to finding another partner. So I suppose that from now, if I want to try and do my best to live right not only by John, my savior in all of this, but also myself, I will have to take care of myself and be more careful about who I trust with my heart. I know that the path to recovery won't be easy, but John has shown me that with a little spirit and creativity, anything that I thought was impossible can be possible. So from now on, I am going to try and take more care of myself and focus on self-improvement. I am in no rush to get into another serious relationship after all that I've been through, and I frankly think that is the best call for myself. I know that the path to the future will be tricky, but it is going to work out in the end. After my talk with John, he even gave me his phone number and told me that if I ever needed someone to speak to again, that he would only be a phone call away. I really have to say that I have never known anyone so dedicated to their job that they would offer so much to someone who they only just met, but maybe that just goes to show that it's always important to keep an open mind and trust in people when they prove through their actions that they really mean what they say about you. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.